Spanish Navy warships, Juan Carlos I and Blas de Lezo, docked at Hernesaari port in Helsinki on Monday. According to the Finnish Navy, this is a routine visit, and during their stay, the ships will conduct exercises with the Finnish Navy. Currently, these ships are operating in areas near Finland and have come here for maintenance and refueling. Blas de Lezo, an air defense destroyer, is 146.7 meters long, 18.6 meters wide, and has about 250 crew members. Juan Carlos I, the largest warship of the Spanish Navy, is 230.8 meters long, 32 meters wide, and is a versatile vessel that can function as a helicopter carrier or for various other operations. Both ships are not open to public visits. The Central Finland police have updated information regarding the suspected murder case in Laukaa. According to the investigation, the crime was carefully planned and the weapon used was a knife. The victim and the suspect did not know each other before the incident. The victim, an elderly man, was found dead in the yard of his home in North Laukaa last Tuesday. The suspect, a 30-year-old man with a history of violence, has confessed to the act and revealed his motive, although the police have not yet disclosed the details. Currently, there is no reason to suspect the involvement of others. A system failure has disrupted the Western Helsinki railway line. According to Fintraffic's Rail Traffic Management Center, the issue was resolved on Monday. Morning rush hour traffic on Tuesday will operate normally. Local train traffic in Western Helsinki is currently completely disrupted. Trains between Helsinki and Leppävaara have been cancelled, and I-trains on the Ring Line will turn into P-trains at Malminkartano. The cause of the disruption is a safety system failure in rail traffic control. HSL describes this as a major incident that has widely affected the bus system, leading to overcrowded buses being unable to take on additional passengers. HSL is monitoring the situation and will reassess tomorrow morning if the issue persists. There is a severe shortage of psychiatrists in North Karelia healthcare services this summer. Chief Physician Johanna Suvanto from CNSOT stated that the situation is dire, with difficulty accessing psychiatric appointments. The main reason is that only 3 out of 7 psychiatrist positions are filled, no replacement staff are being hired due to budget constraints, and external service doctors are on vacation. July is the worst, with no psychiatrists in health centers across the province. This affects the treatment process, extending waiting times for appointments, medication evaluations, and report writing. In non-emergency cases, nurses will provide advice via phone or chat on weekdays. In emergencies, treatment is available at the General Emergency Department. However, at the North Karelia Central Hospital, the situation is better due to the presence of many psychiatrists in training. There is still a 24/7 emergency service with specialists and training doctors. In North Savo, the situation has improved with more doctors returning to work and additional training doctors. However, external services are still needed to meet the demand for medical care. Concerns over speeding e-bikes adjustments. E-bikes are increasingly being modified on the streets, often exceeding the legal speed limit of 25 km per hour. Guidelines for adjustments can be found in the bike manuals or online. According to Liikenneturva, this phenomenon is widespread, including both assisted e-bikes and regular bikes modified into motorized vehicles. Police test the speed of bikes during general inspections, and those making adjustments may face penalties and other consequences. Liikenneturva and the police warn that these adjustments can endanger traffic safety and lead to serious consequences, such as insurance issues in accident situations. Savonlinna water pipe leak wasting millions of liters of water. Savonlinnan Vesi will cut off water on Wednesday in the Kelarpalin Harjarantine area to carry out repairs. Director Marko Raitakivi stated that the leak location has been identified, causing the waste of millions of liters of water. The search began in March by listening to the sound from the pipes. Raitakivi believes they have found the leak at a joint in the iron pipe. The repair work will last from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Heavy rains have caused a rare summer flood on the Kemijoki River. Spring flood flows have exceeded flood thresholds due to heavy rains before and during the Juhannus weekend. Kemijoki Oy hydropower company had to open floodgates at several plants on the Kemijoki River. The summer flood situation in the Kemijoki River basin is gradually stabilizing as the weather becomes warmer and drier in July. The company continues to monitor rainfall and water flow along with flood management agencies. The Xbil auto chain has filed for bankruptcy and will close stores at 6 locations, including Tampere, Lempäala, Pori, Raisio, Hyvinkää, and Vantaa. CFO Ilkka Sivula stated that Xbil's financial problems began to intensify in 2023 when electric car prices dropped significantly, sometimes by €10,000 overnight. Sivula also pointed out that increasing overall costs, the transition to electric cars, and high interest rates contributed to a challenging business environment for Xbil. The company's website announcement indicated that Xbil could not continue operating under the traditional store model and is seeking a suitable solution in the current market environment. The Kultasuklaa chocolate factory in Savonlinna filed for bankruptcy on June 20. Entrepreneur Jyri Kaskela stated that the company had faced years of unfavorable business conditions. There was no single reason for the bankruptcy, but rather a combination of factors such as decreased purchasing power, inflation, rising interest rates, and escalating financial costs. The price of chocolate raw materials increased by 250% in the past year, and the value-added tax is also set to rise. Unpredictable factors and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and energy crisis have made it impossible for the company to continue. Currently, the factory and store in Lasimaki are closed, awaiting the decision of the court-appointed bankruptcy manager. Jyri Kaskela hopes to find a buyer to continue Kultasuklaa's operations. Insurance rights. Foodora Couriers not in employment relationship. In a recent decision, the Insurance Office Court overturned 2 decisions by the Accident Appeal Board concerning Foodora, regarding whether their couriers work under the direction and control of the employer. The court found that in the contracts between the couriers and Foodora, task assignments to third parties are allowed without any specific conditions. Therefore, the couriers are not considered personally obligated to work according to labor law regulations. Foodora had appealed the previous decisions, which identified the couriers as working in an employment relationship. The debate over the status of couriers as independent contractors or employees continues. According to the Finnish Security Intelligence Service and Save the Children Finland, extremist groups are increasingly targeting young people, particularly online. Video games have also become a recruitment channel. Grooming, a technique used to build close relationships with children to manipulate them, is employed to psychologically influence them. This can lead to participation in extremist forums and violent actions. Police also note that extremists are using social media platforms and video games to recruit and influence long-term social movements. Education and policy measures are also mentioned to prevent this ideological decay in society. Social media expert gives 6 tips for parents. Parents often feel helpless regarding social media platforms, but experts emphasize that there are still many things they can do. Do not let elementary school children download apps without permission. Parents need to control their children's devices by using restrictive tools to prevent app downloads without parental consent. Check if strangers can message your child. Parents should know if the app allows strangers to contact their child and adjust settings to only allow contacts from known people. Ensure your child's account is maximally secure. Review privacy and security settings with your child to ensure their account is protected. Discuss risks. Talk to your child about the fact that not everyone on social media has good intentions, and remind them not to share personal information or sensitive images. Be a trustworthy adult for your child. Create a safe environment where your child can talk about their concerns without fear of punishment. Contact the police immediately if you suspect abuse. If you suspect your child is being abused, contact the police immediately and provide any evidence you can.